Persistence is key to data storage. Wearing media like NAND flash that supports just thousands of writes is counterintuitive. LSI's MegaRAID controllers, over 5 million sold, added NAND flash to their Nytro MegaRAID. In this video white paper, you'll learn how LSI made flash enterprise grade and its performance impact. Flash stores bits in transistors. Each write adds a charge in the insulating oxide layers, increasing write times until writing is no longer feasible. Your data is still there, it just can't be overwritten. Much flash write traffic is due to the need to write data in large blocks. Controlling writes is critical to flash endurance. When LSI briefed me on their DuraWrite technology, it sounded like voodoo. But Robert Ober, an LSI fellow and architect, showed me how NAND flash can become an enterprise-class storage device. First, let's start with a definition of DuraWrite.
DuraWrite's really a collection of technologies that allow us to minimize the number of writes, prolong the endurance of the flash far beyond its spec limits, and really enterprise harden the flash.
Flash specs are based on worst-case mobile device usage in a cost-constrained configuration.
The nominal specs, as I say, are based around consumer use cases where you're doing the worst thing you can do during the write, the worst thing you can do during the store and read, and you're in an environment where there's relatively poor ECC capability on the data, so even a few bits of bad data out of a kilobyte might be uncorrectable. That's the nominal spec.
But enterprise use is different. Consistent temperatures, deeper ECC, more redundancy, and other technologies such as compression. Enterprise write traffic is much heavier, making write amplification a serious problem. NAND flash can only be written in full blocks, typically 512K. The blocks are organized into pages of perhaps 8K. Individual pages can be read, but when pages are updated, the good data has to be written to an empty block along with the new data. The system may issue only 50K of writes, but that may cause an internal write of over 500K. That's 10x write amplification. LSI's compression engine reduces write amplification to less than 1x. A 50K write becomes 25K. Writes are buffered and compressed in line before writing. Even compressed data like video is compressed another 15 to 20% losslessly. The savings from inline compression grow with each block update. Half as much data gets written, further increasing flash's effective life.
Nominally, it's around 50% compression we get. So that means we're actually cutting, in aggregate, when you look over time, we're cutting the number of writes in half.
Despite smart engineering, flash remains a wearing medium. Is that something to fear?
It's just like tires on a car, right? You don't expect your tires to last forever because every time they go around on the road, a little bit of rubber gets left behind, right? And they wear out. And it's exactly the same with flash.
But the most important business benefit of LSI's approach with Nytro MegaRAID is ease of integration.
You can literally pull out a MegaRAID card, plug in a Nytro MegaRAID card, hook the drives back up. The card will come up, it'll say, oh, I recognize those disks, those are MegaRAID disks. It's got integrated flash technology on the card to accelerate hot data. So it monitors the traffic, it holds the hot data locally in the card, and so you get the performance benefits as if you strung a bunch of SSDs in there, but you haven't used up any slots, you haven't had to wire up anything, you haven't had to do anything.
Data storage meets business needs and has an economic justification. That's the bottom line.
The real measured performance at the application, I'm not talking about benchmarks, I'm not talking about IOPS, I'm talking about how much work you can get out of an application like an Oracle database. It's going to be 4 times, 5 times the work done in the same amount of time.
The StorageMojo take. LSI shows how NAND flash can be turned into an enterprise-tough solution. From grooming the media to much better ECC, strong compression, reduced write amplification, and sophisticated signal processing, LSI's DuraWrite technologies make the Nytro MegaRAID cards a powerful weapon in the storage arsenal. It sounded like voodoo, but it's real engineering. For StorageMojo, I'm Robin Harris.